Ulfrin. It's the end of this. Finally, the end of a long 3 months. Finally, the end of a long 3 months. September and September and August. August? August? September and August are sort of standing at the portals with like these backpacks on. They have like some bags of food, and they're kind of waiting for you guys to go through. And September is like, you guys have done well. You've you've slightly got your hands on a bit of hockey, but you're not quite there just yet. But here soon you will be. But at least you're aware.
Yeah, I've seen other people use it. I didn't really know I could.
Ah, yes, yes. I think September kind of looks over Ulfrin and he looks back at you. Emil, you seem to be a bit more naturally being a human. You seem to be a bit more inclined to hockey. And he looks over to the September polar bear. He looks over to Ulfrin and he says, "Ah, and you're quite a giant. Though you have lots of strength, you're not as naturally inclined to hockey as the human is." And August, he goes, "Oh, you're explaining it again? I think they get it. Come on." He like ties this bag on, picks up a bunch of stuff, and August sort of walks through the portal. He has like kind of longer hair now because it's been 3 months. And then September, he kind of he waves. September waves you guys on, and he's like, "Come on, guys." And September, he goes through the portal, just waiting for Emil and Jeffrey, and not. I don't know what Jeffrey's doing. Jeffrey might be here for Ulfra, and then the entire gang.
Camille will pass through. Camille has changed a little bit. His hair is slightly longer. His chest looks a little bit broader. He looks a lot healthier, as the stat I chose to train in was a Constitution.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
All right, Ulfrin, how are you looking? Do you think you got like some hair?
Honestly, my character is gonna look a little bit different, is because 3 months have passed through. My instead of like my hair just down and long in the back, now it's got like this big old long braid that comes up to like the lower parts of my back,
Okay, dude, that's so badass.
and and then I also have like two braids in my beard that make me look like a Viking warrior.
Hey, all right.
There we
Like
go.
literally a giant Viking warrior.
Everybody goes through. Oh, sorry. Most people did go with November. Spring is there. Spring, she goes through with you guys. And you guys are sort of on the island with all the portals. And immediately there's like these dragons there that are ready to take you back to like October's castle.
All right.
September, he gets on like this white dragon. and, and Ulfred, Iman goes, "Well, hey, I've been waiting for you."
Ah, my dear friend.
"Oh,
Let us go.
yes. Okay. Oh, say." He has like, Iman has like these big shorts on with like a belt, and he has like this white colored shirt on. And he goes, "I had a really tough math test today."
I'm trying to picture a dragon wearing clothes, and it's weird
He has like
any way you do.
he has like these goggles. No, he has like these glasses on, and the glasses are like too big for his eyes, and he has to keep like fixing them. He's like, "Oh."
Ah, I have a nerd.
He says this like as Emil, who also has thick framed glasses, standing next to him.
Alfred immediately looks at Emil and says, "No offense, beauty human."
None taken.
It's so good. Everyone's having a good time. The dragons they fly. It's a little bit of a journey back from the portals. I would like to say there's probably like a new. I would say there's a new instilled like confidence in the air. I think that that's how everybody would feel. Like there's this newfound confidence, this profound like I don't want to say arrogance, but I feel like that everybody would be feeling like Emil said, very healthy and robust.
Oh, very healthy and robust.
All right, so so you guys eventually all get uh back to October's palace, his cathedral church palace, and it's sort of just really quiet. There's not really anything going on. There's some of October's pirates walking around in his horror house, but there's nothing really, I guess, immediately of interest happening here. What would you guys like to do?
Hmm.
Where am I at in all this?
Oh, you are with June and Juneteenth.
Okay.
Yep. You are on the ship. Eventually, some of the pirates they come out to you guys and go, uh, oh wow, you guys are back? November just came back as well with Princess and all of them. If I were you guys, I'd go over to your guys' ship and just check it out. You might find them.
Without a word, Emil kind of like darts off because it has been a long 3 months and he hasn't seen Princess in a while and he wants to make sure she's doing all right.
Oh, that is super awesome. The ship is like placed next. You guys sort of approach the edge of the ship, and like the red death ring of fire, sort of goes like invalid, and it allows you guys to pass through because it knows your guys' blood type, your detection, and like your biometrics. So you guys are safe to pass through. But then you notice that some of like October's like lesser pirates try to follow you guys, and then the shield like sort of activates again, and they're like, "Oh, like good thing we don't walk any further." It's a very difficult, very tough shield.
All right.
And as soon as you guys sort of walk through, you guys are immediately like in a tech district, as the tech district is placed directly next to the horror house. And there's like these intercoms on these buildings, and it's like the tech. There's like these intercoms on the building, and the intercoms. Please report to the warehouse. Please report to the warehouse. Please report to the and it just keeps like repeating, and then it eventually goes off.
Was that for us or was that for the robots?
That was for you. That's for you guys and November's gang crew people that he trained.
I guess we're off to the warehouse.
Okay. So then, of course, eventually you guys do make it to the warehouse, and there's these huge doors. I know everything's huge. It's like these black doors. It's like sort of made out of glass, and there's like this gold lining on them, and the doors are sort of like open, and there's a bunch of robots. Wow, your guys' ship is so awesome. There's a bunch of robots outside the warehouse, and it's like, we have been waiting on you guys to finally return. It has been a long 3 months. How are you doing, tall guy? How are you doing, milk guy? That is great. Now please continue inwards.
Emil looks confused. Wait, did you just call me Milk Guy?
Ulfrin also looks confused. Could you give us a little bit longer to answer the question?
You can take as long as you need. Okay, it has been long enough. Now please enter the building.
Fair enough.
Yep.
The robot goes, "You are right. You are no longer milk guy. You are protein shake guy."
I, I'll take that, I guess.
Let's just go inside before it decides to insult you further.
Yeah.
Please do not call me an it. I am a intelligent life form, and I am a. Oh my God, what am I? And you just see him.
Ulfrin immediately looks at the robot and says, "You'll be a pile of scrap in a couple of seconds. You don't shut up."
You just see him like slowly turn the corner, backing away. Inside, you guys see Gunner and June like standing over like this cube. There's this big cube in the center of the warehouse, and there's like this drill coming down. And June, she says to Gunner, you guys are kind of like approaching from behind them. And June, she says, well, it took 3 months, all of the sea prism stone we had, all my energy, time. You know what? This is pretty difficult, I gotta say. You asked for a duplicator. Well, I sort of was able to do it.
What do you mean by sort of?
June, she turns around. Oh, hey. Well, I was sort of able to make the duplicator. It's just that sometimes it works. June questions Gunner. So, you have the duplicator now. What are you gonna do?
Well, I guess my question is, how many times can I use the duplicator in a day?
Well, here's the issue. You can use it as many times as you want in a day. It's just that it has a 50% chance of destroying anything you put in there.
Oh.
Oh. So I could even lose the original.
Yeah. So we just have to be very careful.
We would test it on something else first.
Juneteenth, you see Juneteenth, like, she has like this hoverboard, and she like comes out of this corridor. She goes, "You should put me in there! Woohoo! Yeah!"
I don't think we should put some living person in there. If there's a,
Aw.
that they can, die.
You just see her get like visibly more sad.
Listen,
I don't think your mother would be too happy with me if I let you jump into the duplicator Juneteenth.
She goes, "Oh, well, how about this?" And she pulls out with like this big jar of water. It's like not a big, it's like a mason jar of water. And she goes, "Look, it's seawater from that adventure we had."
You want to try to duplicate that?
Yeah. Oh wait, I don't know. I might lose it. She looks back between everybody. "This is my water. Get your own." And you see her like jump out this window.
Like mother, like daughter. I
She
guess.
like puts her head in the window, making sure none of you guys are chasing her for her bottle of water, and then she runs. Like,
Okay, good conversation.
June
Good
goes,
talk. Good talk.
so weird. But her water would have been good. Maybe we should go grab it from her.
I have a feeling that's going to end up very badly.
I look at June and I ask her, so how much sea prism stone do you have?
Oh, this duplicator required all of it.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay then.
yeah.
Uh,
You see, like Purple Starling. She's sort of like she walks in, and like all of her people are here, and she's excited to see her she's excited to see her kiddos again. Okay, she's excited to see her kiddos again, and she accidentally like bumps shoulders with you, Emil. Like she accidentally like her shoulder hits yours.
Ah, oh, I'm sorry.
Ah,
Like Emil just kind of like bows politely.
ah! You see her kind of like freak out. You see, she sort of like freaks out, and she
He
take
freaks out in return because he's just also bad.
she takes her like hands and like she like shoves you. she's, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
No, it's fine, it's fine.
For a second there, I thought she was going to swing. We could really seen what that right hook's good about.
Ooh,
So,
let's see here.
Purple Starling. She goes, Emil, have you seen Princess?
I haven't yet. Have you? She all right?
No, I haven't seen her at all. I was going to check with November. So you seem to be really good with her.
Really?
Yeah.
She seems to like you guys all right.
No, you just seem to be really good with. You just seem to be really good at taking care of her.
Hey, he pulls his hat over his face.
You don't have your
This is
hat.
she. Oh wait, he no. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have it. So he, as a reflex, like reaches up to try and realizes he doesn't have anything to like hide his face. Like, I I tried my best.
Well, yeah, just keep it up. Yeah,
Thank you.
sorry to bump into you.
No, you're fine. I was in the way. It's perfectly fine.
And then she goes to kind of like take care of her kids, her kiddos.
Was Purple Starling walked out of the room with the other four birds?
I'd say they're on their way to do that,
Okay. Okay.
unless you want,
All right.
you would like to call her.
No. I was just gonna wait for her to walk out.
Okay, yep, yeah, okay. So then she eventually, of course, does walk out.
I then hop up on Emil's shoulder and tell him, I suggest you not freak out too much. May have learned a few things while I was on that adventure going after sloth and the devil fruit. Uh,
Huh? What kind of things?
Stuff that is not my position to say, because you know me. The my crewmates trust me, and I am not one to. Their secrets are their own. I'm not one to tell them.
Oh,
I will
okay.
just tell you to be lenient with her. She's going through a lot right now.
Yeah. Honestly, I gotta say this all feels really different. For one, I'm kind of the youngest in out of a lot of siblings. So having someone younger and calling me a big brother and depending on me feels it's not bad. It's just new.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. I'll keep doing my best.
Hey, you're doing a great job in my book.
Thank you. And he'll bow politely.
I kind of fall off his shoulder because that's where I was standing when he bowed.
He tries to catch. Uh,
It's all good. I managed to land and kind of just brush the dust off. And I'm like, hey, it's all good. No harm, no foul. And then I turn to one of the robots and I say, hey, I need you to go to the ship storage and go bring me the 4 ice bullets we have in there.
Oh, well, luckily for you, we can just send them through the pipes. And he goes over to you know the pipes, the tubes that allow you guys to travel over the ship. He goes over to like the computer on the wall. Boop bop boop beep boop bop bop computer noises boop boop bop boop beep, and the bullets that they get sucked into like the pipe, and you see like this green light, and like the wall sort of turns around, and it unfolds, and there's like this case with all of the bullets in there.
Good. I walk over, grab the whole case of bullets, look at June, and I'm like, how many items can I put in the duplicator at once?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. I pick up one of the ice bullets and put it in the duplicator.
She
Let's give it
goes,
a test.
all right. Just you won't be able to use this thing for the rest of the day.
But you said I could use it as many times as I want in a day.
Yes, 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 yes. But just what I meant by that, I just thought she like clears her throat. There's just stuff that I thought you wanted to go over with everyone. Yeah,
Talking about the adventure I had?
yeah,
Yeah, I suppose probably wouldn't hurt to go over that one.
yeah. Well, but if you would
You
like, I can do this ice bullet. Or if you think we should wait, it's up to you.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. Any idea where our new friend is currently located?
Um, I'll be completely honest with you. We just threw her in the habitat district.
Fair enough. There's nothing there for her to hurt, so that's a good place to put her.
Yeah.
I look to Emil and Ulfrin, and I'm like, all right, I got somebody I need y'all to meet. Off to
Oh,
the Habitat District we go.
Juneteenth, she like sets the bullets back into the ship's inventory and it gets like sucked up into the tube. And then she walks over to the wall and this tube opens up in the floor. And she's like, well, coordinates are ready for the habitat district whenever you guys are.
all
Well, let's
right.
go, guys.
Juneteenth, you see like the skateboard like fall down, and she like falls from the ceiling. You see like woohoo, and she like falls into the tube like while riding on a skateboard.
Kind of look over the
Um,
edge. I'm like, she's an eccentric one, that's for sure. And then I just jump in.
Ah, I see.
And of course, I follow.
All right, you guys all jump in, and June, she sort of like stays here, and she kind of just closes it. So it's just you three, and then Juneteenth. And of course you guys go, and you guys, this like tunnel opens up, and you guys like come out, and immediately like you're in the habitat district, and there's a bunch of like igloo there's like this igloo, and then there's like this snow brewing. There's this big igloo in the middle of the habitat district.
I look at Juneteenth and I ask her, all right, so this is a big expanse. Where exactly did y'all plop her down at?
Oh yeah, she's just in the igloo.
All right, well, to the igloo we go.
All right. Yeah, she like looks at the snow. She goes, "Oh, this stuff isn't as cool as the real stuff."
I promise we'll find another snowy island for you. We just won't be going to Snowfall.
Yes. You see her like skip a little bit. And
And
as
then
you
I turn to Ulfrin and Emil and say, I'll explain why we're not going back to Snowfall in a little bit. There's just someone I want y'all to meet first.
Yeah, no problem.
you hear like an aggressive snoring coming from the igloo. And as you guys get close, you see like a bunch of like blankets over. You can't really see her face all too well, but there's like this feminine snore. She's snoring under all these blankets, and she's just sleeping. And it's kind of warm in this igloo. Very peaceful and cozy, I'd say. There's like snacks in the corner. There's like canned food that was brought out to her that she like clearly woke up and then went through and then went back to sleep.
I'm knock on the edge of the doorway and I'm like, Sloth!
As you do that, there's like this like sort of like this red blackish lightning that occurs, but then it like immediately anticipates, and she goes, ah, ah, ah.
At the
I
sight
turn,
of the lightning, like Emil just kind of shivers.
I turn around and I'm like, y'all may want to take a few steps back.
Right.
I just do a casual slide backwards.
I reach down and pack the snow at my feet together to a snowball, and then throw it through the doorway and hit her in the head with it. Sloth, wake up!
You do that, and she goes, like she turns around, and she just opens like one of her eyes is golden, and you see like she immediately grabs Mr. Milky, and she
Huh?
she grabs like this pink rabbit. It's like this. No, I'm sorry. It's a stuffed animal, and she holds it, and it's kind of like really rough looking. It's kind of like dirty and stained. It has like cuts everywhere. She holds it, and she's like, "Why'd you wake me up?"
Because I need to introduce you to a couple people. Now, come here.
Go away. I'm sleeping. And she like puts the rabbit on her head.
Don't make me come in there.
No, 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 no. She's 10 foot tall, by the way. You see her like put her clothes on. She like puts her robe on, and she grabs her sword, and she like runs out. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Good. Now, Sloth,
Yes.
meet Ulfrin the Giant and Emil. Emil, Ulfrin, meet the sixth son of Sloth.
Oh.
Wait. Wait, we just Emil is only half phased because he only just had the sin of wrath casually there. So at this point he's just like, are we? No, honestly, I'm not even surprised.
Wolfram looks right at Sloth, looks back at the captain, and looks down, looks back at the Sloth, and it's like, honestly, not even that surprising.
Huh. I
She
kind of cross
like
my arms. I'm like, I was expecting a bit of a different reaction. Emil, you really have grown. I was expecting you to wet your pants at that one. Okay, then.
slot.
Any pants wetting that would have happened, I probably would have already used up by having the sin of wrath just in the kitchen with us.
And no, and Captain, you forget my only experience with the sins is wrath. So Like,
Fair enough.
I,
Fair enough.
I don't really know or much of them.
Anyways, Sloth will be tagging along with us.
Oh, I will?
Well, you
You
need
will?
somewhere to be able to stay, then not hurt people around you.
Oh, okay. Um, I don't know. They don't. It doesn't look like they like me. She like hides behind you, even though she's 10 feet tall, and she like
It's
hides
not really,
behind you, and she goes,
it's not
It's
really
okay.
hiding.
It's. I look at her and tell her it's okay. It just they take a little bit to get acclimated to new people.
she takes her fist, she like hits you on the head, Gunner, and she points out, he's tall.
I look up at her and I'm like, yeah, he's a giant. Even though he is
Whoa.
kind of short for a giant.
I'm about average height, slightly. Manageable for the
But
game height.
he's a good guy. I promise.
Uh, okay. Well, I have a question.
Well, what's your question?
Can I go back to sleep now?
I feel like we should just let her sleep.
Probably for the best. I'll let you go back to sleep now. I just wanted to make the introductions.
Thank you. You see her just like fall back into the snow and shoo, shoo. She just instantly falls asleep with her devil fruit.
I kind of shake my head. I'm like, we really gonna need to get her some help so she doesn't sleep so much.
I feel like we might not be able to help on that.
Ah, but you see, I have been informed of someone who can help her. Emil, you know this person personally.
And he does?
So, for clarity, Sloth has a certain form of hockey, one that is very rare. And she doesn't have any control over it. The only time it doesn't go out of control is when she's sleeping.
Oh.
Hence this. And I gesture behind me to her passed out.
Uh,
She wanted to sleep so she doesn't hurt the people around her.
That
But also, it's why she's in the Habitat District. The Habitat District is unpopulated. There are no animals here. So she can be here in peace without hurting anybody.
doesn't that get
Now,
lonely?
oh, I imagine she's very lonely. Why do you think that poor stuffed animal is so ratted?
I see.
That's the only company she's had for years that honestly hasn't been killed by her power.
I see.
But there's a certain person who can help her train her hockey so that she actually has control over it. Someone whom we will be meeting in the not so distant future.
Someone I know?
Someone you know.
I,
Someone I imagine not only do you respect them, someone you're also probably scared shitless of.
I have a very bad feeling about
Emil
this.
stiffens up immediately. He starts sweating. Oh God, it's not him, is it?
No, no, it's a her.
Wait. Her.
The person who sent you to me.
Oh, Majesty! Oh! He stopped shivering and he puts his head in his hands and he just sighs heavily of relief. Just oh, thank goodness.
Who in the hell has you so worked up?
It's a long, complicated story.
Fair enough. I won't pry it out of you.
Yeah, thank you.
But I've been informed that Majesty Bexon Barons would be the person to help Sloth here train her hockey to where she can gain control over it.
Huh.
So, for the time being, she's going to sleep here in the Habitat District until we get to her.
All right.
Should we at least make sure she gets back into her bed?
I kind of look over at her and I'm like, but she's sleeping so soundly.
Can't be comfortable down there, right?
She might not
Be
have a choice.
surprised. You do make a point, though. I kind of grab her by the arm and kind of just drag her back into the igloo and
As you're dragging her, she goes, "Oh, dragons, oh, tater tots, oh, chicken." It's just like random sleep dream thoughts. She's talking in her sleep. Ah,
Pink fluffy couches. Marshmallows.
world domination.
Complete genocide.
She
What's the next one?
she
kind of arch my eyebrow and I'm like, huh, I'll deal with that when that bridge comes up. And kind of just leave her on her bed, throw a blanket over her, and be like, all right. And then I look for Mr. Milky and I'm like, I pick him up and I'm like, eventually I'm going to have to get this repaired for her. And then I set it down beside her and walk out.
Moving forward.
All right.
So,
and then Juneteenth, she then like presses like this watch, and the hole in the snow opens up. Well, where do you guys want to go next?
you mind playing a message telling all of the month series to gather up for me? I
Yep.
need to have a meeting with them.
Yeah.
All of the annual series.
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
What would be the? I look at Juneteenth. What would be the best place for us to have a big meeting?
Your castle.
Well, have everybody meet me at my castle.
It is the captain's castle. While your room is there, it's also for meetings.
Well, make the announcement to have everybody meet me at the captain's castle. At my castle
Of
in the big
course.
meeting room.
Of course. She like puts her heels on like the tunnel, and she starts falling backwards. And as she's falling backwards, she puts her wrist up to her mouth, and she says, "Everybody, attention, everybody. Please meet me at the captain's castle. We have a really important announcements to go over." And she, like you hear like the tunnel like suck her up, and she gets sent over to the captain's castle.
I move over to the captain, grab him, and say, "Well, I guess we are off to your castle to do this meeting."
Yeah, I'd hate to be the one to break this kind of news to everybody, but unfortunately, it's probably going to have to be me. October's probably still in pretty rough shape after what happened.
An adventure you had, and many tales you have to say.
Yes. And instead of trying to go over it over and over again, I figured why not get everybody together in one place and tell it all at once.
Then off we go.
Alright, you guys all get to the captain's castle. And when you guys get there, it's important to mention that like not everybody arrives there at the same time. You guys arrive there, and then like a few minutes later, everyone arrives there. November he eventually gets there. June and his wife get there. Not June, July and his wife get there. July is staring at his wife the whole time, just completely obsessed with her. Always has been, always will be. It's important to mention that Princess and Carla Carla is here, but Princess is still nowhere to be found.
That's unsettling.
And of course, Red Wing is also here.
Walk up to Red Wing and I'm like, "Hey, babe, how did the training go after I left?"
Oh, the place was pretty weird that we were in, but I gotta say, I learned a lot. Hmm. Whenever next time you want me to use my devil fruit, just let me know.
Probably be doing that soon.
Of
But
course, of
I'm glad to
course.
hear that. I'm glad to hear you had some productive training.
Yeah, November is an excellent teacher.
I then turn to Juneteenth and say, "Have any of the robots seen Princess? I don't see her here."
Oh, I think November said something about seeing her.
And then I turn to November. I'm like, "So,
November is like
Princess."
sitting with his wife. It's like this huge, long, like battle table, and everyone's sort of like gathering at it. And November is sitting like with his wife, and November and his wife are sort of just like having this little like one-on-one conversation. Nothing serious, it looks like.
I kind of walk up and kind of clear my throat. I'm like, uh, November,
Oh yes,
have you
yes.
any idea what happened to Princess after the training? I don't see her here.
Oh, she said that there was something that she had to do, something particularly with her sword.
It is it something dangerous? Is she okay?
Yeah, she should be fine. Uh, she took the training quite hard. Uh, that girl that you brought, Kick. Kick
Yeah.
is really talented, and seeing her, seeing that gap, I gotta say, out of everyone there, that little girl probably worked the most hardest. But she's changed a little bit from when I first met her 3 months ago. He
For the better, I hope.
he kind of looks around like the room. She should be around now. Just keep your eyes out.
All right.
Okay. Well, since I had, I'm like, well, thank you for the information. And then I walk back up to the front of the table and kind of raise my voice. I'm like, "Hello, everybody.
Everyone's like, hey,
I've
hello, hello, hey, hi. And then you see October. October and Candle are in the very back, not sitting at the table. Like, just kind of standing with each other, standing next against the wall.
say I appreciate y'all gathering here on such short notice, but I figured with everybody's training done and everybody coming back out, now would be the perfect time to relay the news of what happened while everybody was training."
Everyone's like, you hear like a bunch of gathering and whispering, and you hear a lot of like chattering amongst everybody. Some people about it. Some people already know about it clearly, and some people are just staying silent and listening.
I kind of, I kind of say, I know some of y'all already know about it as I look to Red Wing in November, and then I know a majority of y'all don't know about it, but you may have heard things. I'm gonna clarify that for everybody now. We managed to find Sloth, and we managed to get the devil fruit. That's the good news.
Whoa, whoa! Everyone's you see some people like looking. Oh my gosh! Like this is this is a huge step. You see July and his wife jump up, and they're like, yeah, and they're really excited.
I kind of wave my hands at him. I'm like, yes, yes, I know. It's wonderful to hear. There's also bad news I need to tell y'all.
Everyone sort of like goes silent, and there's more like whispering amongst each other.
While I did manage to get the devil fruit, it was at a. It did cost. And unfortunately, the annual series now has a traitor.
Oh, it's just more like chattering and more whispering is going on. Everyone's looking around at each other. December is like sitting next to his wife. It looks like there's just an empty seat there. And December is looking at July and September. He like slams his hand onto the table. Who's the traitor?
Unfortunately, January took it upon herself to stab us in the back.
There's just like a silence.
While I'm not 100% certain about this information, but I do know that January did receive an offer to join Sin. And she made a deal with the third sin of greed for a certain devil fruit. And the price for this devil fruit was the life of October. Now, as y'all can see, October is here. And while he appears fine, he has taken it rather hard. Because January literally stabbed him through in the back with her sword. I managed to save his life, but the betrayal is taking its toll on him. So, I don't know how true it is. I don't know if January is working for Sin now or not. But what I do know is she did receive an offer to join Sin, and she did make a deal with the third Sin agreed. The information, the source of the information of how she got the offer is very reliable because I was told this information by the sixth Sin sloth.
Onigiri, she says, "Wait, but isn't May with January?"
Yes, she is.
Everyone, there's like more chatter, and Onigiri, she says, she starts speaking, but then someone else interrupts, and it's like it's December's wife, the invisible girl, And she goes, "Wait, but so is May with us or not? And is January? Is she coming back?" And another like September, he like slams his hand on the table. "There's no way. She was the first one of us."
I understand how hard it is for y'all to hear this. Believe me, I understand. And it hurts me to say it because while she never officially joined my crew, January did sail with me and my crew for a time. January did have a part in helping us take down Gluttony. But I can say without a doubt that January did stab October in the back, trying to kill him as part of the deal for her to get this devil fruit from Greed. Greed even showed up in person to give her the devil fruit.
Thanksgiving, November's wife, she goes, wait, what devil fruit exactly did January take?"
She called it the Tremor fruit.
What is that? What does that do? Does anybody know?
My knowledge on it is very limited, but the knowledge I do have on it makes me believe that this devil fruit is very dangerous. It's, I would even say it's on par with some of the other most powerful devil fruits out there. May not be the strongest, but it is on par with devil fruits of the like that if she could learn to control it, it could be as powerful as Majesty Bexton Barons.
And then like this pirate, one of October's pirates, he says, "So what about the devil fruit that you guys got? What does that do?"
That devil fruit is the first devil fruit.
There's like more chatter, like talking amongst each other.
It is what it does is it gives you unsurmountable strength, lets you speak to as well as summon and control animals, among other abilities.
There's like more chatter, and September goes. He stands up and he goes, "Well, one of us has to eat it."
And I agree that one of us should eat it.
He like
As for who, that is to be decided. Personally, I think my crew member Ulfrin should eat it. Ultimately, that is his decision. I'm not going to make him eat it if he doesn't want to.
there's like silence, and August he stands up and he goes, "I. If you guys are helping us in the fight against sin, then I would be honored to have you guys eat it."
I glance over at Ulfrin and I'm like, what do you say, big guy? Ultimately, it is your choice. This is 100% up to you.
My character was had his arms folded, leaning against the wall. Now he's standing up, looking his head up, and My character looks to the captain and says, "Are you sure?" Can you honestly tell me that you are sure on this?
I can tell you without a doubt that I think this devil fruit would be perfect for you.
Hydros, yeah, she's here. Hydros, she stands up and she goes, "Whoa! If you eat that, you'd be a real hero."
My character takes a big old sigh and agrees to eat the devil fruit.
She Hydros, she like jumps like on your wrist. And he's like, "Wait, but you don't seem happy."
Not so much the case of happy. It's just more of the case of venturing into the unknown.
Well, she sort of gets serious and she says, "I want you to know something." She like clutches her fist, and you see like the veins in her wrists and her neck sort of come out. "If you eat this devil fruit, you're going to be taking on all the responsibility that comes with it, because that's our duty."
I, of course, just let her just continue clutching my wrist, and I look right at Hydrus and says, "I've made a duty for a long time ago. I will continue. This might just give us a little bit of help."
We're all trusting you.
My character grabs the devil fruit and eats it.
Oh shit! Oh my gosh! You take a bite of it, and by the way, Princess did turn this devil fruit alive. The devil fruit, it like it like screeches and cries, and then it just dies. But you do get the devil fruit. um,
You know, I really wish we would have a different way of finding out these powers.
old friend, you got the Taro Taro no Mi. Taro Taro no Mi. This allows you to turn into Kentaro, the legendary Japanese warrior, the legendary demon. Uh, in Japanese folklore, it was this demon's job that he took it upon himself to defeat all the other demons. And then after he defeated all the other demons, he would then go on to just work on a farm. And with eternal youth and eternal life, he would then go on to walk grandmas across the street. He would uh, go and like pick up groceries for people. But despite his like amazing and immense power, he was very under control and very respectable with it, which is why I really like this a lot. But it is a zone. You have the mythical zone type Kentaro.
Okay.
Eventually, Gunnar, do you have anything else? Gunnar, do you have anything else? Yeah, you have for everybody.
Uh, well, now that she's here, tell everybody that while January may have betrayed us, I believe we made a new ally with Sloth. She currently just does nothing but sleep because she has no control over her hockey. And if I can get her the training she needs to gain control over her hockey, she would make a wonderful ally.
I look at Gunner with dread. So much dread. Uh,
Eventually, there's like this static, and like there's this like shell. There's a transponder snail that sort of goes off on the middle of the table, and October goes, "That's weird. That's the emergency transponder snail." And October, he walks out of the corner, and he goes and he picks it up, and like click, and it's some of his pirates, and some of the October pirates are like, "Guys, turn, turn your screens on. We'll get the channels on anywhere you look." And the Juneteenth, she like clicks this button, and there's these bunch of snails that like open up their eyes, and a bunch of light comes off their eyes, and it's showing like this. It's a projector, okay? It's a projector, and they're showing like this live footage, and you immediately hear people screaming. There's a bunch of fire everywhere, and you see this large man. He's white. He's wearing a blue shirt, and he has three people on his right shoulder. He has two people on his left shoulder. It looks like the people on his shoulders are like inches away from their life. The man's like breathing heavily. He's like bending over, and he has a bunch of like women and children and men on his back. In his arms, he has another two people. He's quite a large guy, so he can hold all these people, and he's like breathe like he's like breathing heavily and heavily. And this woman, she sort of comes up and she goes, "Who's gonna stop them? They've For the last 3 months, they've done nothing but grow and grow stronger." And you see kind of like this huge explosion like wipe away, and like the screen sort of lands on its side, and it takes a few seconds of just quiet eeriness, and eventually like this dedicated like journal camera woman, she lifts her camera snail back up, and she goes, if there's anyone out there, and eventually next to the man, Emil, you know that this man is Prince, Princess's father.
Oh boy.
And you see like blood coming down his face, like these huge scars on his back. And the camera woman, she sort of zooms out, and there's this tall woman with like purple hair, and her feet are kind of like glowing yellow, yellow and purple and like blue, and she's like bleeding down from her face. And you see Majesty there, Majesty Bexon Baron. She has this white hair coming down her face, and she has blood on her face, and she's coughing. And you see these two other admirals. There's this like really large man with red hair, and then there's also a mink. Yeah, there's an admiral that's a mink, and he's a monkey, and he's sitting on like this golden cloud that has like these golden sparkles on it,
Okay.
and they're all like struggling. And the camera woman looks up, and she says, "It's them! They've And you see this little girl, Queen, Majesty's daughter. He like kind of zooms in, and she's on the ground, like just bleeding out. And there's these explosions in the background. And these people walk up to this cliff, and one by one, like you guys see them. And I'm going to show you each of them.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry. No.
Well, fuck.
Ew.
Wait, hold on.
And then Alu, somebody you notice, you know very well, steps up. Autumn, she stands next to Pride.
Wait, I'm getting confused.
Okay,
Actually, I am too.
okay.
Why is Sloth on the TV when she's like right near us?
That's a different
Yeah.
sloth.
So there's two.
It's
I
been
was going to say, and the envy's not the same envy.
And I want to go ahead and probably say that Emil probably notices that that wouldn't be the same Wrath, considering he was in the same room with Wrath.
that is okay.
I
That's
don't
all right.
think gluttony, but I thought we killed gluttony.
We did.
You guys had
That's
all.
May.
Yep. Remember, it has been three.
May.
It has been 3 months.
Oh,
You guys have been completely disconnected from the entire world for 3 months, while the world has continued to move forwards.
okay.
So
Yeah, I
so
Plus,
completely.
they got new ones.
Oh. Yep.
May has become the sin of gluttony. I don't know who that is now the sin of lust.
Hmm.
Then we have the sin of greed, envy, pride. Those are the same. Then we have autumn has become the new sin of sloth since the old one betrayed sin to come with us.
So
And
now
then
our sloth.
and now January is the sin of wrath.
And
So then the better question is then what is our sloth's name?
oh, her name's actually Selena Snails.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I was actually very confused because it's like, well, we already have a sloth.
Mm.
So
Uh
then that's why I was like wondering, what's the name of,
oh, what was that, Alu?
The sloth that we have is the real sloth.
No,
The
those are just like the names that are given to sort of like how January's name isn't actually January. It's actually her real name's Jensen, but her pirate group they all kind of like they throw out their names
the
and
month series and the annual series are actually not actually their names. It's actually code names. Their actual names are behind that.
yeah, yeah.
It's just a
Uh,
title given, and like Sloth, since she betrayed the sins, now she's no longer Sloth. She's now Selena or Selena or however you say it.
Selena Snail because she's
Yeah.
slow. No, okay, all right. So this is all happening, and eventually the camera like points over towards this woman with like long gray hair, and you see Majesty like put her arm over her shoulder, and it's the previous seventh son of Sloth, and. And not, it's the previous seventh son of Wrath. I'm sorry. It's the previous seventh son of Wrath. And January, she looks down at all of them, and she closes her fist, and this white orb appears around, and she swings her fist, and just the camera just goes black.
well, fuck.
hmm.
Well, tis gonna be a glorious battle.
And then January. I'm sorry, I'm fucking up. June, she says that she has something for you guys. She sort of like almost shakes a little bit, and she goes, "She's become even stronger, and her pirates have become more fierce."
Yeah, this just got a whole lot harder.
And then June sort of like tilts her head, and she has a bunch of wanted posters, and she goes, "There must have been a spy because it looks like somebody knew about the Zeus, your has a Zeus fight, and about the devil fruit that you guys stole because you guys have new wanted posters."
Okay, that's hmm,
Hmm.
worrisome and exciting at the same time.
Alright, I'm deleting everybody's posters and pictures to put new ones in there.
Let me see. Let me see. I want to see.
I'm sorry. 1 second. I love you. Don't hurt me.
And you excited over there. I want to see. I want to see.
Hmm.
One of the posters are like some of my favorite parts of this. Oh my gosh, we have so many people in the crew. It's great. It's great. It is great.
Okay, now I do have a couple of questions I forgot to ask. Um, do they, let's see, do I still have the map?
Yes.
Okay. And do they still
You guys have quite a bit of people. Emil, all right. Emil, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Emil, however, is still not taking this well.
I walk over to Emil and kind of pat him on the back. I'm like, well, I hate to put it this way, but now you are officially one of us. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I guess. Just what did I even do?
Well, you did have quite the hand to play in the Zeus fight, to be fair.
What? Oh, no, you're right. I just, I don't even.
Don't worry about it too much. Maybe Majesty can explain some things to you whenever we meet up with her later.
I certainly hope so.
June, she says to Gunner, so we had some discussions about the new world, Gunner. Would you like to go over that with everyone, or would you like to wait?
Can you remind me what the discussions were?
Yeah, it was that map that I gave you.
Oh, yeah. The map of the New World. Quite large, with quite a lot to do.
Hmm. Aw, Superhero Island. I want to go to that one.
I
Hydra,
can
she
think of at
says,
least I was about to say I can think of at least one other person here that wants to go there as well. And I
"Woohoo!"
look at Hydrus.
Hydra, she then goes, "It's hard to believe that Big Bear Island is somewhere in here." Hmm.
Mm. Are we still let me see. There's a horror house? What tombstone?
That's
Not
her.
a it's a horror house. Jeez, Jeffrey. Mm. So we're still
You guys are
We are
above
not in the
snow.
New World
You
yet,
guys are above Snowfall Island.
okay, good.
which Snowfall is now owned by January, better known now as the Seventh Sin of Wrath.
Buster call it then.
June, she June, she says to you guys, "Well, it's been a while. You guys have been on mission after mission after mission, but now it's all free. You guys can use the portal gun to go to Big Dice. You guys can start heading to the new world. You guys, I mean, the adventure is all yours. What are you guys gonna do next?"
I was thinking about going to the boiling sea before we go anywhere else.
Ooh. Uh,
I'll put them like right here next to each other.
the Boiling Sea. I've received information about a certain person that's in the Boiling Sea.
Who's at the boiling sea?
Uh, the person that we teleported away that we didn't know that's what the gun did when we used it.
Showers. He's the warlord of the
Showers.
Umbrella Pirates.
Mm.
The information I received told me that there have been rumors of Showers stirring up trouble in the Boiling Sea, which I believe is where we ended up teleporting him to.
But the water's really hot, right? So if anybody touches the water, they burn.
June goes, "Yeah, you guys pretty much die. Pretty crazy stuff."
What about you? Who's the strongest one here? And after you tell me the strongest one here, can you touch that water without dying?
The strongest one here. Well, I guess that'd probably be November, relatively speaking, about the water. And November, he's like, his wife, he goes, "Don't bring him into this."
I asked him if he could touch the water without dying.
Without dying, maybe not. With, can I touch the water? Yeah. Without dying, maybe not.
Is there any way for somebody to swim in that water, get under that water, or whatever, with a ship, anything else of the sort?
Um, hmm.
Oh, alive.
Maybe if you had a really good heat resistant ship. I mean, you'd only need it to withstand the heat for a few hours. It's relatively a small place.
Mm. Okay, never mind.
You guys have a lot of options. Big dice, the new world, paradise, through the portals. What do you guys think you want to do?
Uh,
Casino.
I was about to say we've got that portal to the casino zone we could do too.
Ah, yes, yes.
Hmm.
I would like to roll my grenades.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I need to go to a place that nobody could ever go to. Ever.
Well, I can tell you right now that there is actually a place on this ship that currently only you have access to.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Okay, other than my house, though.
I was just gonna say you got a vault room in your house that
So
is
you're really underestimating your house.
you have a vault room that is highly secure and hidden, and it is a reinforced titanium vault accessible via biometric authentication and a voice activated passphrase. Like you are the only one that has access to that.
June
I would
goes,
actually
yeah, it's in the
look at
manual.
your. I would look at the manual first before I would just go up and do suicide missions.
I'd be like, okay, well, I'll see you guys in a minute. I'll be right back. And I go to my house and
Okay,
put what I have in the house
okay.
vault.
As you go to your house, it's like on this huge hill, and it's like this gigantic mansion. As you're walking there, August sees this man with green hair. He goes, "Wait, Alu, can I stop you, please?"
Is my house bigger than everybody else's?
Yes.
I laugh and middle finger all the other houses as I walk by.
Well, there is one house that's bigger than yours.
Damn it. Okay.
August tries
But
to
it
stop
has to
you.
be bigger.
Do what?
Who? Oh, well, yeah. I still look at it and I still give it the middle finger anyways.
As you get to your
As you
house,
just
Alu,
suddenly feel another middle finger coming back at you.
as you get to your house, Alu, August is like waiting for you.
August?
Yep. He has like green hair. He's like at your front door, and he's like waiting for you to get home. And he's just sitting on the front porch, kind of like twiddling his thumbs.
Can I see a picture of August? I gotta get reminded.
I don't think you've actually ever officially met him.
Yeah, you never officially
Yeah, I
met
was
him.
about to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were kind of sleeping whenever this month series kind of got together.
August, he stands up and goes, Miss Alu, I have a word with you."
Um, no. And I walk inside my house.
Wait, Miss, please.
Okay, what is it?
He gets on like one knee, and he puts like one of his hands over his heart. He goes, "I have truth to tell you. I have asked October, and I have asked your captain for permission. The truth is, Summer was my wife, and she told me all of the horrible things that she's done to not only you, but other people. And now that I have met you, I can see all the chaos and hurt that she has caused. So, I am giving you an offer. I will protect you with my very life and all the things that you own if you let me."
What's your bounty again? Uh,
It's higher
500,
than yours.
500 million.
hmm. Do what you want.
Would you like me to stand at your bedside, at your front door, or maybe outside your bedroom?
Okay, we already have one weirdo in the crew. We don't need another one.
Ah.
As
One.
towards
I'm pretty
Apollo.
sure.
Oh, I guess if I am guarding you, I'd have to go with you guys everywhere. I
Man, it's
guess.
bold of you to say one.
I He goes, okay, where would you like me to place my guard at?
Um, I don't, I don't, I don't know. Have fun.
I am not interested in having fun. I'm interested in taking care of the hurt that my wife had caused.
Well, at the moment, I need you away from the house so I could do top secret missions inside my house.
Is that your wish, madam?
Yes.
Then I will leave you alone and I
Go
will be
stand
back.
over there in the bush.
What was that, miss?
Just go stand over there by the bush.
As you wish. I will be by the bush until you tell me otherwise.
Watch me leave them there for months.
He goes and he stands by the. As soon as you walk
Ah,
inside, this
come
robot,
on.
this robot goes, Miss Alu, are you hungry today?
I just stare at it very confused and I'm like, I mean, I did tell her the best ship, but my God. Now, granted, okay, so before we go any further, I need to look at this ship because my torch and Boogie and Bo can all stay in my house, but I'd be dang if Apollo's gonna stay in my house.
He
He's
has,
got his own house, right?
yeah.
Oh, so Apollo's got his own house?
Yep.
Okay, thank goodness. Uh, no. And I walk wherever my thing is, and I'm going to put my map inside of the vault.
Okay. Boop boop bop boop beep. Vault sound doors. Number key code. Boop bop boop beep boop. And the vault door. Your vault door opens, and there's like this chest in the middle of the room. And
All
then
right.
there's a bunch of like robots in the corner. And this robot comes up to you and it goes, please tell me the code.
I tell him the code.
What is the code?
Um,
Damn it, I forgot to input two type authentication.
can I check my email?
You just need to tell me your code. Whatever.
Oh, you a code. Okay. So, new code.
New code.
Mind your own business.
Mind your own business. Bitch. So, alright.
Very good.
Okay.
So, that's still inside the bottle, right? With the seawater in it?
Yep.
Okay. I put that in there.
Alright. Yeah, you put it in there. And then, as you put it in there, this robot comes up to you. Please enter code again.
Mind your own business.
Thank you.
It's gonna be
Would
the
you
best.
like to change the settings and the variable amounts of times you have to say it in a 10-second span?
What?
In a 10-second span, you must repeat that 3 times or we will murder you, as per requested by June, to make sure that we grant you the safety vault.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now, we will allow you to transmission, transmission, transmission. Your vault is safe with us. Please leave, please leave, please leave.
I leave.
Thank you for leaving. And like the vault doors close, and like these other robots like come go and like stand in front of it. All right. What is
Yep.
the Guillotine Pirates game plan? What are you guys gonna do next? Like it's been a long time since you guys didn't have like the next step.
Well,
I've only got one thing to say, and I'm pretty sure everybody can agree with it. Well, maybe not everybody, but a majority of people can agree to it. Let's go gambling.
Huh? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Who's not going to agree with that?
Juneteenth goes, well, considering how you spent everybody's money, I don't know if we'll be able to do that.
I didn't spend all of it.
Are we broke?
She said, are we broke?
No, we still have 900 million berries.
Hmm.
She goes, that's kind of a lot different than the 2 billion you guys had, but you know, who am I? Juneteenth, she jumps up. She's like, where are we going? 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 She has like 2 glass jars in each of her like in her arms, waiting to collect more samples. What is the Guillotine Pirates gonna do next? It is now a real adventure. You guys go where the wind takes you. You guys have your ships. You have all your means of getting where you need to go. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what you guys do next.
I'll look at the ship and debate on whether or not I want to steal the soul of that other guy, but I'm just debating it. It's not probably going to happen, but.
By other guy, do you mean August?
Mm hmm. Maybe, I don't know. No, I wouldn't never do that. Do we even
Not
have
like
a
you don't.
doctor yet?
Do we have a what?
A doctor yet?
Yes, that is spring.
Oh.
We also
There's
have a chef.
haunted house. Oh my
Do what?
goodness. There's a haunted house. That's gonna be Boogie's house. Oh my goodness. He's gonna be so happy.
A haunted house.
Yeah, over in the Coaster District. I was looking at our
Yeah. No,
wedding.
you guys can
room.
just explore your ship if you want. You guys can do whatever you want.
There's a theater. Do we even have a
I have a feeling it's mostly going to be that just because Alu and Jeffrey haven't officially seen the ship.
Do we even have a clothing store?
Yep.
If not,
If you think of it, it's probably on this ship, to be honest.
Let's see here.
because I could probably go for a new weapon and a new clothes, or we can go to the
There
casino. Wherever the
There
casino.
is a clothes shop in the leisure district, right above haircuts and below sunglasses.
Juneteenth goes, Yahoo! Well, I'm gonna go ride some roller coasters! Woohoo! She just runs like out of the room.
Well, we need to. Where's the casino? I don't see it.
We have the casino zone portal grenade that we can use that we got from Jeffrey.
I figured
Wow.
instead of wasting that, we might as well just go find Dice in Dice City.
Well, you see, I kind of want. We don't know what we're gonna find in Big Dice.
That is true, but at the same time, though, we don't even know if we're going to be able to get out of a grenade.
I imagine the portal will probably be there for us because it
I'm not
opens up
gonna.
a portal. So I don't, it's. I imagine work kind of like the world tree. The portals are just there now.
I also have this feeling that it's basically like a trap. As soon as you step in, you get this gambling addiction, and you can't stop until everything's gone.
I want to let you guys know when you say stuff like that, it just gives me ideas to do stuff in the future. Like, I wasn't
I
going
mean,
to.
to be fair though, I'm just paranoid about this freaking thing, and you
No,
guys are just like, okay.
no, you guys are all good.
How do we know there's
Or
somebody there that's gonna trick us out of our money?
I mean, it's going to be like that no matter where we go, really.
I mean,
I guess
heck, we're just going up based off of the name of the grenade. We're not even sure. It might just be you open up a portal and it's some dude with a fucking gun that points it right at your head and says, "Give me all your money."
See, I feel
That's
like
the
what it would
gamble, just
be
entering a portal.
I feel like the person we would come across in there would probably be, tall with these skinny arms and legs that's a bit roundish, wearing a red suit with this weird spiky zigzag mustache, and is bald headed.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And you see
but
these robots all around here that are powered by animals.
Maybe. Maybe. You see blue
And then
hedgehogs
we
run
would also
past.
and we see this blue hedgehog just zoom by at, Mach infinity.
Or a meal. Where would you like to go? Where is our adventure going to take us next?
Emil's more or less just kind of going with the flow, so wherever the crew decides he'll go.
Okay. Where
um
is our adventure going to take us?
That is a
Captain.
good question. Let's see here. So,
Should we go ahead and go into the new world or stay here and visit Blood Island, Heart Dripper, Bloodsea, or the Super Nuke and put the Super Nuke on our ship so we can drop it on Snowfall Island?
June says, I wouldn't touch the super nuke. If that goes off, pretty much it'll cause mass extinction all over the world. I accidentally built it, and it fell off the Sky Island.
It might be for the best.
Maybe. It is completely up to you guys. Well, it is your guys' adventure.
As everybody stares at Gunner,
is that okay?
making him feel more awkward and awkward and awkward until he gives us an answer.
all right, all right. You want me to pick a place? Okay. All right.
You are the captain.
Let's go check out Rings Prometheus Dragon.
uh, Juneteenth, she goes, oh, so no roller coasters then. You see kind of everybody leaving. Alright, well, looks like they're on our way. October, he goes, we'll meet you guys at the end of paradise. And see you around. You guys should get off this island. Remember, snowfall is connected to this island. So January will probably be here soon.
I mean, if you want, we do have. We could destroy the island on our way by.
Destroy snowfall.
June did give us enough weaponry to destroy an island on this ship at least once.
Hmm. I'd save it if I were you.
Okay, fair enough. I figured I'd offer.
He goes, I appreciate it, but I think I'll be the one dealing with January. As a man, it's my job. And he leaves. And June, she walks over to Juneteenth. Well, looks like that. I don't know when I'll be seeing you again. She puts her hand on Juneteenth's head. Just don't cause trouble for him. Keep the jars. Come on. And Juneteenth like jumps up and down, like, Mom, but dirt and snow and leaves and sand. Did you see the fish? There's these things called fish. And June goes, I know, I've seen it. Just let me hear all about the stories when you come back. And June and Yorman, they leave. Everyone's sort of splitting up. And April, she steps over to you, Gunner, and she says, well, as far as I know, whenever we need to, we can just release, and our ship will fall right out of the Sky Island. Juneteenth runs up to you, Gunner, with like a bunch of dirt in her like jars, and she goes, I need more dirt.
We'll get you some more dirt, Juneteenth.
Alright. Are you guys ready to go to Rings Prometheus Dragon? She says.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
ready.
Well, let me steer us there. You know, I am going to be the one steering the ship.
It's a giant button.
Absolutely. And she clicks her fingers. Actually, there's 3 buttons this time around, so it's a lot more complicated than you would think.
What? 3 buttons? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Smart ass.
Juneteenth, she then like ask everyone, is everybody ready?
Just go.
She jumps into like this tube and she goes to the primary station where she controls the ship. And you guys probably see it actually more than you feel it. Like the ground shakes a little bit, and then eventually, just like clouds. The clouds at once they were once leveled, and you guys look up and there's like a wall of clouds, and you guys are falling through the clouds, and you guys hear like these sort of like saws down at the bottom of your ship that are just tearing through the clouds. This huge, gigantic, behemoth kingdom ship. So awesome. And you guys are falling, and just where this was at, Elu, if you remember, Yorman fell off this, and he landed where he was at. So you guys land directly where Yorman fell at, which was only a few hours away from Rings Prometheus Dragon. Um, and
Yorman?
yeah.
Did I see that one already?
Did you see what?
Yorman?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is that?
He's the guy that you rescued on your solo adventure. He's June's husband.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was about to ask if he was still on the ship.
yeah, yeah.
I
Would you
forgot.
like? You got the ship falls, and immediately, like before it hits the water, you there's like this immediate slowdown. And Juneteenth, she radios, "All right, everyone, we can only bring this down from the Sky Island once." And the ship lightly falls into the water, and the ship kind of releases these gigantic floaty airbags, like thousands and thousands and thousands of these huge gigantic airbags that like float and make the landing of this gigantic behemoth. And Junti, the ship sort of rotates, and she goes, "Do you guys want to take our command center there, or do you guys want to take a ship there?"
Uh, you know what? I think we'll just set sail on a normal ship once we get closer.
Well, no need to worry about getting closer. We'll just launch you out of the bridge. That's what it's built
Oh
for.
yeah, the departure cannon.
Yep. If you guys want to, just go park your ship into the battle bridge. You can choose any of the ships.
Alrighty, well, let's go choose a ship.
These are, of course, all of the ships you guys have within your mobile command center.
Mm.
Well then, I guess we're just gonna take the original collateral damage,
You are okay.
or we can take the tanker mater.
Juneteenth goes, "Ah, the Tanker Mater. Well, that ship's generally really slow, but the pro is, while it has lots of health, it's able to go on land."
So
Oh no,
the tanker can crawl on land.
Yep, it has tires.
that's convenient.
Yep, they all have their own thing.
Hmm.
I say we take
Well,
that one.
well, the departure cannon get us all the way to the island, even in the tanker mater.
Absolutely. They all travel the same, it's just that the Tanker Mater travels really slow on land.
Well, we can make that work. Tanker mater it is.
Alright, you guys all get on to Tanker Mater. You guys park the ship in the battle bridge, and this huge purple blue light is like surrounding it. And June she says, "Well, it'll take a second for the mobile command center to catch up with you guys, but by the time your adventure's over, I should be there. Are you guys ready?"
Ready as we'll ever be.
I
All right.
bring. I want to bring Click, my people, and I guess I will bring August and Apollo.
Okay.
I just
August.
assumed that we were taking everybody, minus Juneteenth. Juneteenth piloting the command center.
Yeah, but I forgot that I left August by a bush, so I felt no, I still felt the same. But um might as well bring them with us
the
just in case we
the
need a
ship
meat
is inside
shield.
like this charge. There's this purple blue light, and your ears are almost tingling. And inside this light, there's like this gust of wind, and like it's this super strong gust. It's like almost like a tornado. It's like a tornado, yeah. And Princess's sword like slams through this table, and it lands into like the deck of the ship. And then you see her like appear standing on the hilt of like the blade, and she's wearing Emil's hat, and she kind of actually has like longer white hair now because it's been 3 months, and she's standing on like the hilt of the sword, and she like smiles at you guys. Long time no see, guys. Hey, big bro. She jumps off the sword, and she goes, "Oh, it's so good seeing you."
Oh, likewise. It's good to see that you're in good health.
Yeah, I just been training. A lot actually, like a lot. Like a lot. And she points to like these swarm of robots behind her, and she sits down on like this little tank robot that has like treads, like tracks, kind of like tank tracks. And she sits on it, and it has like a minigun. And she says, "Yep, I've been having Carla build stuff for me, and then I bring what she builds to life. It's been pretty great."
How bad?
Yeah.
Look at you. It's easy to see that you've been training. And he just kind of like reaches over and pats her on the head.
And she says, "Uh, I did have a question for you though.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Uh, so she like hands you the transponder snail. I think my transponder snail is broken."
Oh, oh, when did that happen?
I'm not sure. It's just that my mom hasn't been answering.
Oh, Emil like has that realization.
Do I hear this conversation?
Yeah. I said this is a
Yeah.
very open conversation, especially with how she just entered.
Well, fuck.
What's going on?
The transponder snail that Princess has is connected to her mother, Majesty Bexon Barons.
Oh, so somebody needs to tell her that her mom's dead.
We don't know that her mom's dead.
I'm whispering this, by the way, so they can't
Yeah.
hear.
I
I mean,
think
yeah,
What are you guys talking about?
absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay.
Emil can't bring himself to like keep this from her, so he just kind of like he kneels down to like meet her eye level and he puts a hand on her shoulder. I think Miss Majesty might be in trouble.
Uh, what kind of trouble? Uh, that's really vague.
Like the
I
good kind.
I don't quite understand it myself. All I know is that we saw a transmission and there was a lot going on. It was your dad, it was your mom,
My dad, my mom.
and I guess the sins have replenished their ranks and they're causing all kinds of trouble.
She looks over at Gunner, and she looks like at Lou and Jeffrey, and she says, "Wait, so the Sins are back? All of them?"
There's new sins to take the place of the ones that have either A, been killed, or B, left the crew.
So, are you saying that my mom is fighting them?
Hmm.
Last we saw, yes.
Probably.
She takes Emil's hat. She kind of hides her face. Oh,
Emil tries to comfort her. Hey, look, whatever happens, we're gonna do our. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that they come out of this all right, even if it means I have to put my own butt on the line.
Princess slowly looks up at you, and she has this look in her eye, Emil, and she says, "If anything happens to her, I'm gonna make sure that the sins all pay."
Yeah, he's just like agreeing with her because he knows that she's not exactly like in a good place right now.
Okay. And eventually, unless you guys have anything else, Juneteenth fires you guys all off.
We.
Well, let's go to the Rings Prometheus Dragon and let's see how this training worked out for everybody, shall we?
I'm so excited for you guys to go here. So, Juneteenth, this purple and blue lightning completely launches your guys' ship, and you guys are all like almost like I imagine like laying on the floor as you guys are trying to deal with this like this the amount of pressure. But, this being your guys' first time going through this, and after what probably felt like an hour, you guys' boat finally slows down and you guys immediately like your guys' ship like the very front of it just pokes the island and you guys like see like these tank tracks like sort of unfold and land on like the sand and you guys start like climbing up the island and you guys are coming from the west.
So we're coming into
The burning.
the Burning Woods area.
Yep. An
Oh, let me
adventure.
see. Let's see the. I'm the map. I'm the map.
On the map. Oh, why'd you stop? I was excited.
I don't remember all of it. Oh, this what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
Interesting. I wonder who lives in the castle.
I was thinking the same thing.